So, how do you build a truly impenetrable data fortress in the cloud? If you're a senior architect on AWS, that's the question, right? Well, today we're going to lay out the blueprints for securing your most valuable asset, one layer at a time. Let's get into it. But first, I want you to forget about services and policies for just a minute. Seriously. Instead, think like a medieval architect. Your whole mission is to build this unbeatable data fortress. This one idea, the fortress, is going to be our guide through every single layer of security we need to put in place. Every great fortress starts with its outer defenses, right? You've got your high walls, a deep moat, and one single heavily guarded gate. In the cloud, this is your network and identity perimeter. It's your absolute first line of defense, and its job is to keep unauthorized folks out and control who can even get close to the castle. And standing right there at the main gate is your gatekeeper, AWS Identity and Access Management. You know it as IAM. Its job is incredibly simple, but so critical. It checks the ID of everyone in everything. We're talking users, app services, and decides if they're even allowed to take one step inside the walls. Now, our gatekeeper has two ways of handling access. We could give a unique key to every single person, but come on, that turns into a security nightmare fast. Can you imagine trying to manage and revoke hundreds of individual keys? No way. The much smarter, much more secure way is role-based access. We create keys for specific roles, like guard or royal advisor, and then we just assign people to those roles. This makes managing everything way easier and shrinks your attack surface. It's really how you build a fortress that's both secure and scalable. But let's be realistic. What if an attacker actually gets past the walls? Is it just game over? Not a chance. Not if we've secured the treasure itself. And that brings us right to the heart of our fortress, the data vaults. Encryption. That is the powerful, complex lock on our vault door. It basically transforms your data into unreadable gobbledygook. So an intruder could steal the entire treasure chest, but without the specific key to unlock it, all they have is a heavy, completely useless box. And this is so important. Encryption protects the data itself, not just the access to it. So who holds all the keys to this vault? Well, that would be AWS Key Management Service, or KMS. Think of it as our master locksmith. When an analyst needs some data, their request goes straight to KMS first. KMS verifies who they are, then provides a temporary key to unlock the data for that specific request and nothing else. It's a super secure, just-in-time process that keeps our most valuable secrets safe. You know, our vault isn't just a one giant room. It's filled with tons of different chests. Some have public records, while others hold the crown jewels. We don't want to give everyone the same master key, right? Of course not. We need specific keys for specific chests, and that is granular access control. Let's make this super real. Imagine our fortress holds all the employee records. The HR team, well, they need to see personally identifiable information, PII, like social security numbers. But the business intelligence team, they're just analyzing hiring trends. They should never see that sensitive data. So how do we enforce that? The solution is actually pretty elegant. Data classification using tags. We just go to the sensitive data columns and slap a tag on them that says PII true. That's it. Then we create some really simple rules. If you're on the BI team, you can't see anything tagged PII. If you're in HR, you're good to go. It is such a clean and scalable way to control who sees what. And the service that enforces all this, that's AWS Lake Formation. It reads the data's tags, it checks the user's role, and it applies those rules automatically, all the way down to the individual column. The result, the BI team gets their analytics, and that PII column just stays completely hidden from them. It's like it's not even there. Okay, our fortress is secure, but a wise ruler always keeps records. Who's coming and going? What are they trying to access? This is our fortress's official logbook, and it is absolutely essential for governance and security. You've heard the saying, trust but verify. Well, in data governance, audit logs are your verify. They are an unchangeable, authoritative record of every single action that takes place. And let me tell you, when it's time for a compliance audit or, a security investigation, this logbook is absolutely priceless. A good logbook has to answer the big questions. Who made the request? That's the principal. What data did they try to access? The resource. When did they do it? The timestamp. What action did they try to perform? The API call. And maybe most critically, was that request allowed or was it denied? If you can answer these 5 questions, you have a complete picture of everything that's going on. Okay, so we've designed our fortress layer by layer. Now, let's pull it all together into a clear blueprint that you can take and use to build your own. All right, here it is, your 5-step blueprint for an impenetrable data fortress. 1. Define your perimeter. That means locking down network controls and making role-based IAM your default. 2. Encrypt everything. No exceptions. Mandate encryption at rest for everything using KMS. 3. Classify your data. Get a consistent tagging strategy in place for things like PII or confidential data. 4. Enforce that fine-grained access. Use a service like Lake Formation to control who sees what. And 5. Maintain the logbook. Centralize your audit logs, and this is the important part, actually review them regularly. That's it. That's the foundation. Look, building the fortress is really just the beginning. The threat landscape out there is constantly changing, so your blueprint, it has to be a living document. So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Your fortress might be built for today, but how are you going to adapt its blueprint for tomorrow's threats?